What is up, diecast collectors? This is 9446 Network, back with another diecast review. And this one here isn't even a review, because check this out. I think, you know what the word for this is? This is a build/review. Yeah, that's right, folks. We're gonna build a diecast, and this one right here is a Mark Martin Viagra paint scheme. And it's an unbelievable diecast from Team Caliber. And honestly, Team Caliber is one of the best companies that made diecasts. They made really awesome packaging. And of course, this looks like it's a 2003 paint scheme, because you can see 2003 Team Caliber. And Mark Martin being my favorite driver in NASCAR, to review this for you guys and to build it is going to be really exciting. So we're going to get to building this car. And of course, I'm going to review it. So without further ado, let's see the features this thing has. So of course, you got the front of the box that says Team Caliber and NASCAR on it. As you can see, Team Caliber. And you have adult collectible NASCAR. And it is adult collectible because of the sponsor. But the car itself will not be on a base, because it can't be, because you're building it. 1/64 scale, collector's edition, release number 1. Got Team Caliber, Mark Martin, 1/64. Got the number right there. You got Mark Martin's name, adult collectible, diecast model kit right there. And here's the other side of the box. Team Caliber diecast model kit 1/64. You got Viagra. What's that say? How do you pronounce that? Sildenafil. I can't pronounce that. Citrate tablets. Racing team. Of course, you have the Mark Martin right there. You got NASCAR adult collectible, diecast model kit 1/64. Pretty much the same graphic on this side. Really nice box graphics. This thing has a really nice box. So if you did want to display this box, you definitely can. And of course, you got all these back details on it. You got NASCAR, Roush Racing, officially licensed product. And of course, all the warnings and stuff. Really cool box. I actually really like this concept. Now, if this was a thing that existed today, like if we got next-gen buildable cars, you're going to see the custom community just blossom. But, you know, today's video is going to be about building this car. So without further ado, let's see how we unbox it. Because this is an older product. Oh, you just open the bottom flap to get your buildable diecast out of the packaging. And I built a Jeff Gordon one of these cars before, so this is not the first time I built a diecast. So these are what the parts look like. I'm assuming the roll cage and the steering wheel and all of that is inside of the package. So here's that one. Here's the diecast little body in there. And of course, here's the underneath of it. So yeah, you can see it's completely hollowed out. It's a buildable car. And the rest of the box, so let's see what else we got here. So here is the rest. So there is the box. I am definitely going to keep this box. This is an awesome looking package. If I can adjust my camera. So yeah, guys, I'm definitely keeping the package. It's going to look good with whatever I can use it with. I'll probably display the car in there when it's done. That would be really cool for me to do that. So, let's see what we got here. There's probably going to be some more parts. You know, I'll lift the camera up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, these are the... Oh, okay, it's one of these types. There is the roll cage, as you guys can see. The roll cage and the little bag and stuff. So, this is just in a separate little area. Here it is, guys. Here are the instructions, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to build this car with no problem, because I've been building diecasts since 2020. And I've been building diecast since the first Jeff Gordon Looney Tunes car that I made. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to figure this out. But for anyone that's new to these things, as you guys can see, this is what you'll be getting. So let's get the parts out. Let's see. Let's do this thing. So you got the front cover of it right there. The top cap, I guess you could call that. And here are the Goodyear rolling wheels. You got Goodyear #1 tires. Of course, very different from the next-gen wheels. These are really original. Plastic wheels, they aren't the rubber ones. Because they're just plastic wheels. So I'll just put those right there. Gotta get the body out. The beautiful-looking diecast. Here it is, folks. I don't have this paint scheme at all. This is actually a new diecast that I do not have. So this here is cool to have, this paint scheme. I had the black version of this car with the Pfizer logos, but never did I get the white one. But this car, we'll probably review this car when we're done building it, or maybe in another video if I don't get to it. So let's see the rest of this thing. So you got to get the underbody, or not the underbody. I got to get used to the older cars having the full tray underneath it with the full detailed. So you can kind of see how this thing would snap together. Paint feels really good. So as you can see you can see how that would work, fit on the car. Got those screwdriver. I don't have to use any of my Craftsman tools for this because it gives you one. So there you go. As you can tell, I'm really familiar with this. I have been building diecasts for a while, so to build one of Mark Martin, my favorite driver, that is going to be cool. So as you can see that right there. And now we got to get this out of the package, so let's see this. Damn, this thing is really hard to open. Let me see if I can open it. There you go. Oh, these things flew everywhere. So here you go. I don't think I'm missing anything. Nope, I didn't lose anything. These are the only parts in the car. Here we go, guys. So here's the roll cage, which I'm assuming would just fold up like this and go inside. Ooh, we got a nice plastic full-on colored-in window net right there. That's cool. The dashboard, as you can see, very different from the new cars. Just like a flat black panel, nothing too crazy, as you guys can see. Just a normal piece right there. I'm assuming that would go up here, but we will get to that in a moment. And of course, here are these screwdrivers. So I'm definitely going to need those. First off, before we put this beautiful looking body of this Mark Martin car on, we will start off with the, I guess, the easy part, or what would you probably consider, whatever part you think it is. So as you guys can tell, we're going to start building this. So I've never built the diecast on camera before. The closest thing I've ever done to this was an off-screen video of me undoing a Harvick car, which as you guys can tell, oops, something fell. As you can see that. So we got experience, so let's do this thing. Let's go get that little black hinge stuck in here. Oh, that went in pretty easily. So as you guys can tell, that little black hole goes right inside, right there. Pretty light plastic, but the metal will kind of balance this out. So there's that right there. So what we're going to do next is, now that we have this part done, put that there. Now we're going to put the wheels on the chassis itself. So there it is. So I'm assuming both of these are the same. There's like no difference between the front or the back, as you guys can probably tell. Looks about right. They look the same. So yeah, this is pretty simple and stuff to do here. We can move forward pretty easily. We just got to line this up here. No need to put a piece of paper. This plastic looks pretty good, as you can tell. It goes on there pretty easily. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to put the wheel on, and then of course we're going to put the roll cage in, and there are several parts, of course, like I highlighted in that video off screen, which hopefully I'll put that on YouTube someday. You have the holes of where the things snap together, so if you line those up, and one of the easier ways you could do that, of course, if you just hold it out like this, you could just kind of line that up with the rear wheel. The rear wheel. I wonder if that thing will snap in. I just got to get it. I got to get this right before I... Hold on a minute. I got to see how you do this. So I'm kind of doing this. I'm trying to do this all in one attempt, as you guys can tell. Kind of difficult to do on camera like this, but I'm going to do it for the simple fact that I want to show you guys what it's like to build such cars. Let me see. There's probably a little hinge. Probably what I'll do is probably do like this. Probably just gotta see how the thing would fit before I put it on the car. Let me see here. There's a little hole that would snap in. I'm pretty sure that's where that snaps in. Okay, I got it now. So I gotta see if I can get the wheels in while I'm doing it, because that is what you just saw right there, how you snap it in. So let me see if I can get the wheel back in. Boom, right there. And then that is where I'm going to have a hard time putting it in, because we're doing this on camera. So, okay, there you go. Snaps together fairly easily. It has to roll, right? Yeah, it rolls. Very nice car. Nice little shell of a car, I should say, because this thing is almost done. And we got to get the body on, which, let's take a look at that. Let's go ahead and do a little review before we snap it onto the car. So you got, let's see, Ford Taurus, and of course you got Roush Racing right there. Pfizer, Viagra, Sildenafil citrate tablets. God. Goodyear, and look at all those contingencies. Got NASCAR Winston Cup Ray Bustus, and let's see, a Goodyear blimp right there. Bud is on this car. So wow, two big wild sponsors, or three, because you got Winston, Bud, and Viagra all on one diecast. Wow, and this was made for kids, guys. You gotta understand, this stuff was made for kids and collectors alike. True Value, Gatorade, Holly, and 3M, Comp, Autometer, Bowman, Jessel, Mechanics Wear, EA Sports. Let me see what that other red logo is. I can't really read that one, so that's kind of unfortunate. Can't really read it. You got Nomex, Mac Tools, a little shifty logo. You got the number 6 right there. Mark Martin, handwritten. Viagra, the tablet's little label again. Not even going to begin to continue pronouncing that. Probably messed it up big time pronouncing it. You got Pfizer, Viagra. You got number 6 right there. You got Viagra again on the deck lid. And no roof sponsor. And the paint scheme itself, we flip the body over, boom, that is the color they painted. A white body, all white, the snow white with the black side skirts and the black valance up front and the black spoiler. And of course, it starts out in the front with the blue. So basically how it goes is across the headlights, or apart from it, there's a little white outline separating the black and the blue. But the blue is just going to come right around the sides of the hood, wrap around the headlights, takes the shape of the headlights, which I like, and it goes across the front end right there. No grill opening. So you have this grill, but there's no, like, grill opening detail under there. Probably because this is probably a rendered style car, not really based off of an actual NASCAR. It's probably just like a render, like NASCAR games sometimes don't have grill openings on cars. But as you can tell, if you look at across the side, that white outline across the corners of the sides of the front quarters, there's a white outline that goes around a black, which wraps around the front quarters, and it just goes straight across the side. And of course, that white outline is going to continue on both parts, the top and bottom here. The blue is just going to swoosh across the side, very clean, across the top of the number 6 and down to the quarter panel with the black and blue. And of course, it goes swooshes up that way. So the entire car is not full of that blue and black. It's just like you can see, like there's a bit of space right here and a space up here because it kind of has like a swoosh design. It's not a full side stripe. It's just, you know, just it goes simple. It just goes across the front quarters. And it's like a little shape right here. Just kind of goes up in this way and then swooshes a long part of it going down the side. I really like this paint scheme. This is a cool template. This is a really cool template. It seems like it'd be easy to wrap, but I'm not really good at doing wraps on modern diecast, so that's going to be really hard to do for me as a customizer. Got the number itself. How could I forget to do that first? You got that blue outline, which is the same blue as on the rest of the car. A white outline and the black number fill-in, and that white is really bold outline to it with the black number fill-in. I really like this font number 6 for Mark Martin. Of course, this is one of his fonts. And of course, it continued on to David Reagan, Ryan Newman, drivers like that, Trevor Bayne. So this number actually is pretty old. So that's why Brad Keselowski has a new one. It isn't better than this one. This one is better than the new Keselowski one, in my opinion. But of course, you can make the new Keselowski one look better depending on what paint scheme. Which, oh my god. Did you see the Violet Defense car that's coming out? Whew. That is a car I wish Mark Martin was driving. But anyways, back to this car. Of course, you're going to have the black side skirts right there, the side valance. And going across the back, that pattern continues across the bottom of the bumper right there. And that's really it, a fairly simple design, which is quite convenient for this video because I want to put this thing together and see it on wheels. But yeah, guys, a simple paint scheme. And of course, the inverse of this car is pretty much wherever it's black, here it's white, and wherever it's white, it's black. So this car is a really nice car. I love this white version of the car. It just makes the colors of the blue and the black really stand out. And I think this car is really why I liked it, the Coke car for Ryan Newman from 2020. It's just because of how good this paint scheme is. This is a good, nice, simple template, but it looks awesome and sharp. And Mark Martin's handwritten name, I love how they have that. One weird thing I just noticed is that both of them have the windows. So this thing will have a window net, but it's still behind that window, which is kind of odd, but it is a thing that exists. So that's just going to be something that's going to be there. So let's see. We got everything snapped together, and now you just squeeze the roll cage like this. I just got to make sure I'm doing this right. So basically what you do is when you take your body of the car, you go like that, you hold it, and then you squeeze these a little bit like that, and you just fit it inside of the car. And it should be pretty snug. once you tighten it up. I think once you get screws on this thing, the thing will tighten up a little bit. It's kind of hard because, as you can tell, it's kind of like, see how that kind of, I don't know, I've never built a team caliber. I built a winter circle, but I never built a team caliber. So who knows, I could be doing this in a super wrong way, and you guys are probably like, oh, what are you doing? You're not supposed to do it that way. I don't know, guys, I'm learning slowly. I've never built a team caliber, but I'm pretty sure it does go like this on the car. It's just kind of sticking out a little. I'm pretty sure the screwdrivers will take care of that. So let's get our hands on that. Let's get our hands on the screwdrivers once I kind of line up where I'm going to put my screws on this car. So yeah, it's coming together, as you guys can see. It's coming together. I'm going to get the screws out of here. Let me just get my pair of scissors. Oh god, just turned my camera. I need to go get me a pair of scissors, and I will be right back with the rest of the recording. Alright guys, so here are the screwdrivers, and these are really small, you guys, so this is something you really got to keep an eye on. So let's, oh, I almost lost it in those little holes I have on there. That was kind of dangerous. It was close. So let's get this thing squeezed together and put together. So let's see, let's get the screwdriver in right there. Boom, and then I got to see which way you turn it, because these screws depend on which way you turn it to get it tight. So as you can see, here's a close look at that free screwdriver. I could probably use this for my own stuff now. This is like a tool. And of course, if you guys know about tightening things, you just pretty much line up the little holes with the shape of the little plus sign on there. I gotta see if I can get it on camera. Oh, it is hard, because look at how flat, that screw is. If I get in the camera, look at that. I pretty much, what I have to do is get this in here and find the right way of turning it. So let's get this in. Let's start out, I want to see if I could start out with the front, because that's kind of where I did it last time. It doesn't matter, you could do it any direction you want to. It is your decision on how you build these cars. So let's see if we can get this thing in somehow. I just got to make sure that the thing goes in straight. Gotta see which way, because that thing has to be flat. May have to check something here. Let me see, guys. I'm learning how to do this, guys. It will get done. I just gotta have some patience with myself. Let's see if I can get it straight. There you go. It's just the way, that's how it should be. Like, see how straight that would be? That thing isn't gonna falter there, no? Let me see. Let me see if I can show you guys this. Oh, man, this camera. Come on, man. There you go. See how flat that screw has to be? I kind of got to do the same thing with the other side as well. So I'm going to get this one. Yeah, I'll do one at a time. So let's see. I'm going to go like this. Let's see if I can zoom the camera in on what I'm doing. There you go. Now you guys get a better idea of how this is going to come out. So I got to have a hawk's eye on getting that thing lined up. It's going to stick up a little bit. I don't know. Let me see if I can... Because that thing has to go straight through that. Oh no, I almost lost it. Oh! I almost lost it. I almost lost the screw. Oh, okay, it's a little bit better now. So, see how it's like sticking up a lot better? Gotta get it on camera of me finding the right way to turn the screw. And so basically I just go from here, turning it until it gets tightened up. So I'm gonna pause the camera and do that for you guys, and hopefully by then you'll have a complete car. So I figured it out. You kind of have to put not that much force, but a little bit. See if I can get the camera focused in on that. So you kind of have to like push a little bit, not a lot, because you don't want to make it too tight. Just tight enough that it'll stay on. So as you can tell, that thing is fairly on there. I don't think that's gonna come off. I just have to do the back. So the last part is the back should go like that. It should fit. So let's do the back. I'm going to stick the screw in, and if I can't do this on camera, I'd like to get it right on camera so you guys can see what building this is like. And let's see, it's straight, so I'm going to try to do it on camera. I got to find out which way is the right direction of tightening the screw. I'm just going to try here to see which way. So let me see. The other one, I think it was turning, what, right? You turned it to the right, yeah. So I gotta find out which way is right on this side. So let me just go on this one and kind of turn it a little bit, not a lot, because I don't want to lose these screws. They also have to be on there enough to the point where they can not move. Okay, oh, dang it. Let's see. Tight. There you go. It looks like they're both on tight. I'm going to do one more check of this thing. There you go. That one's on tight. This one's on tight. And boom. There is the die-cast finished. Suspension. So to start off with, pretty even. So not only that, it's all put together. And I don't think I'm missing any pieces. I think this is how this car looks. So there it is. So as you guys can tell, this is on the Team Caliber mold, which I'm going to show you guys a comparison of one in the box. Different paint scheme, different model year for this one. This one here is an 04 paint scheme of it, but usually they come in these boxes. And they did have this version of this car, this paint scheme, in this style Team Caliber box. But of course I wanted to get the one that you could build. And of course I got this one, because I never built die-cast of the Team Calibers before. I gotta probably throw in one of these days, show you guys the Jeff Gordon Looney Tunes one, because that was a buildable. But yeah, as you guys can tell, I love Team Caliber products. So that's the deal there. There's a lot of the Team Calibers that I've actually collected. And this one here, in particular, this is a special one, guys. This is a buildable kit car. And I'm really glad to get it for Mark Martin. Mark Martin is one of my favorite drivers ever in NASCAR, which is why I got this. I needed this car because I actually don't have this one in any other form, this paint scheme. Because as I mentioned before, I did not get the normal Team Caliber. I got the buildable. So I'm going to display this somehow. And the only reason this was unboxed is because, you know, you gotta unbox it to build it. And I am going to keep this in a case or something because I don't have this. So this right here is super cool. As you guys, I'm going to give out another 360 view of it since we reviewed the car already. Really nice car. Kind of a good way to start this Sunday morning, building a die-cast before the Charlotte Roval race. As of this video, the Charlotte Roval is the next race in the 2022 Cup Series season. And there it is, folks. That is the Mark Martin Team Caliber building set. So there it is, folks. That car is done. And I'm going to see if I can throw in the picture, or not the picture, just the box. Here is the package of the car. How in the world would I display this? Because look how much bigger the smaller the car is than the box. So I'm going to have to find a way to display this beautiful car. Let's see. There's got to be a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Oh, I think I have an idea. Remember the slot the car originally came in? Boom, I could put the car in here if it fits. Nah, I don't think it's going to fit because it's already put together. And I don't want to squeeze the car in there. So I'm going to have to find a way to display this built car. And of course, as you see, important instructions. Please read first. Well, guess what? We got the car built with no issue. With no issue. Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. Decal quality-wise is fantastic, of course, because it's Team Caliber and it's an older die-cast. So there it is, folks. That is it. That is the Mark Martin buildable car set. So really, really nice little design. A nice little kit. Nice little product from Team Caliber. And, of course, I'm really happy to own it because it's Mark Martin's car. His 2003 white livery of it. And you guys know I'm trying to collect every Mark Martin possible. That has been my life's goal since I was a child and I started collecting NASCARs. This car was an important one to get, folks. And of course, that is going to be it for this beautiful Mark Martin car. So glad to have it. And of course, what did you guys think of that one? That's a different kind of video, huh? Building it? Huh. I've never built something on camera before, but this is the first time I've done it, and it's my favorite driver, Mark Martin. How cool is this? So, thank you guys for checking out this diecast build and review of the 2003 Mark Martin Viagra Visor White paint scheme. And we'll see you guys in the next diecast review, which will probably be a normal review. We're getting a lot of next-gen cars just came in the last shipment, a lot of them. So we're going to be taking a look at them, and we'll see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals or diecast, and for the heck of it, because this is a different type of video, make sure you know what you're doing when you're building your 1/64 scale diecast cars.